Okay, welcome everybody to Topic Thursday. Today we are going to do a deep dive into the website and make sure that everybody knows where everything is. I did a lunch and learn last night with some EXP people in Los Angeles, and it's been a while since they've come around and been on the site. In fact, I'm not even sure if they've gone through the new training or not based on last night's review and talked to Joy this morning. And she thought it'd be a good idea for us to take a run through the website. So we're going to do that, and we're going to talk about how to make it work, where you get access to information. We're going to go through just about every tab. Michelle, I'm going to count on you. Is Michelle still? I'm going to count on you to be my eyes and ears. I am not going to show slides, but I am going to. Michelle, would you remind me about 1:30, 1:45 to insert the slides into the chat so everybody can pull them up?
Okay.
All right. So that being said, I'm going to share the screen and we're going to get into the site. And the first one that we're going to go into, so let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. So this is the platform site. I'm actually logged in right now onto the platform site. The reason why you want to be logged in, if you are going to submit a listing, if you're going to submit an REI listing, you need to be logged in to do it. If you just want to come on or you want your consumers to come on, take a look through the website. They do not have to log in. They don't have to sign up. They don't have to do anything. Everybody knows, or you should know, that you can watch these events live all by yourself. And I want to see, has Ronald's gotten an offer, or Raymond? Has Raymond's gotten an offer, Michelle?
Yes.
Oh, wow, very good. So everybody remember Raymond on the call on Monday. He did his open house on a Saturday. He was on the call last night. So you can come in and scroll down here and see what the offers are. I would imagine based on the results that he had in his open house, and I think he said he's got 6 people getting pre-qualified. He's got another 40 people looking at the home. He is ending this on Friday. So it's always a very cool thing to get your first offer onto the site. So anybody can access this through the homepage without being logged in, without doing anything. Are there any questions about that? Okay, cool. I didn't think there would be. So why do we have 2 logins? So the reason why we have 2 logins is one gives you access to the training portal, and we will be going into that next. The other one on the platform, when you log into there, it just makes it so that you can access submitting a listing and doing some other stuff that we already talked about. So we're going to go into tabs and take a look and make sure that you know what information is available to you here. So on the home tab, we're there. Now, if we want to go to the listings tabs, the listing tab is where you can actually look at active listings, pending listings, investment properties, and closed listings. So Michelle does not move the things out of the active listings until she gets the contract on it. And until the seller is chosen, I think then she'll move that into pending. So the active listings, obviously, you have access to. They're on the home page, and you can just scroll down and you can go through all of them if you want. The master certified people, we go ahead and put the marquee. Everybody gets into the marquee. We're going to be switching that up too, and we'll talk about that in the future. Yeah, if you scroll down here, you've got all this information available to your sellers, your buyers, your agents, anything that they might want to know. And just, 24/7 access, faster acceptance. Scroll down a little further. You got blogs that Kat's done. You've got reviews down here that are going on. We're going to go into a review tab because I'm going to talk about a couple of them in a second here. All right. Then you can actually find an easy listing, especially if you're not on the map, you're making a huge mistake. We've got a lot of investor sellers that are going onto this map and looking to see if we have agents in their area. So we need to get you onto the map. So that's what the homepage does. One of the things that I love that Kat and Zishan have done is they've crossed a ton of information over. You can find blogs in 5 different places. You can find reviews in 5 different places. You can find how to buy a home in 5 different. So it's interesting. The consumers, when they come in, it looks like there's a lot of stuff, but a lot of this stuff is cross connected, which I love about the website. So that is the actual listing page. So let's take a look at it. If I want to see if any homes are pending, so right now we have 5 homes that are pending. And Michelle, does this
Actually, a couple of those have closed.
Why aren't they moved to close then?
They have failed. I can get back
All
there.
right.
Doing other
Do
things.
we have yesterday's home in here that went into contract?
Yesterday's
Zareena's
home is not in there yet.
Okay, why?
Yeah, I had.
So let's get caught up on this. But this
Okay.
is a good place to know what's pending, and then also too, if you want to find out what's closed, you can go into here, and again, we cannot put the 1,000 homes or whatever it is that we've closed in here because when we new websites, we actually wipe them out. But our home that we do our listing events for, that one is here. You can come into it, go down, and you've got all the bids and history and how it started. You should be showing the seller this and explain the different dates and times, what had happened in those, just like we talked about in training. The very first home that closed using the shock the system was this one. So this is the home that agent had on for 6 months. Started out at 379. They ended up lowering it down to 279. Not one person looked at the home. Not one person came to an open house in that 6 months. Not one person did anything. This is the first shock the system home that worked. And again, as we moved into a buyer's market, we are 3 for 3 on agents that have used the shock the system in this buyer's market, 2 in Arizona and 1 here in Seattle. So he went ahead and lowered this thing down to 199. You can see here I think he had 75 people at the open house. The home ended up going into contract for $275,000. And remember, the buyer paid the buyer's premium on top of that. So these are homes that you should be able to tell a story behind with your sellers. I mean, you can see we're pretty well rounded nationwide.
Robert, the price that you're showing on these closed, that's before the buyer's premium is added on?
Yes. So and you go inside of it, and some will say contracted, and some will say the bid price. You see a contract, so that would be the contract price. There. So that's your listings tab. Investment properties. So you can see here our investor properties are growing at a pretty quick pace. Here we've got a lady named Zareena Samadon, and I think she's got 11 listings going up on the site. She put on one last week. It's already in contract. And here's a cool thing. It went into contract yesterday and it's closing on the 16th. I love the investor homes. The quick in and out. The investors that price the home right. It's just the coolest thing in the world. So let's go into the buy tab. So for your agents, for your buyers, if they want to make an offer on a home, they can come in here. They can watch a video. This is the buyer video that Kat did. They can come down here and create an account, how to make an offer, step by step detail. If they need help, contact us. The benefits, and even get qualified today. So what would be the advantage of using an easy preferred lender? advantage, and I'm going to go ahead and answer it because I want to make sure we have enough time to get through this. The advantage is they know how to make the buyer's premium work. So they'll know when they can utilize it to help buyers out, maybe buy down the rate, and all the things that we've been talking about for the last 2 months. So our preferred lenders do that. A seller can actually, a buyer can actually come in and get qualified. Oh, there we go. So I just tell you, Dave, everybody remembers Dave Elkins. Takes to his site, and then all you got to do is fill that out and go into it. So that's on the buyer. Again, cross connecting. We got reviews. We've got a video testimonial. And so, I mean, all this stuff is available on the website. You guys should get to know this backward, forward, and sideways. Okay. Sell tap. All right. So again, sell with easy. Got plenty of options here for sellers. Come in, your easy starts here, take the first step. More buyers. And if they want more information or they want to submit a home for us to give to an agent, this is where they do it. All right. And then we got more testimonials down here. And see what easy can do for you. Okay. All right. All right. So we got the directory down here. We're working on making it just United States and making it so people can come in here. And again, if you're not on this map, you should be on this map because people will come down and they'll want to read what your bio is. And what I always try to tell people when they're doing their bio, take a look at mine, come up with a bio they're going to want to go to you, not to me. Put some time and effort into your bio and talk about the market conditions. You can change his bio as many times you want. You just got to submit it to the support@easyrealestateplatform.com. And we'll be happy to change your bio for you. Here's a great message. If somebody's listing a home, we can talk about what the buyer's premium could do for the seller. They're not paying a commission, and also too, it helps the buyer. The buyer can actually utilize some of the buyer's premium to buy down interest rates. What's the advantage for you, Mr. Seller? Is that gives them more buying power. All right. So all these things, you guys, are there for you. And an investor submission. So we have investors kind of coming out of the woodwork. And if I send them a link to, if they want to submit a home in areas, and just to give you an idea of what, you see how many of these are all homes that are coming onto the site. They submitted in. We get this one's in Moultrie, Georgia. We get the purchase sale agreement. We get the after repair value, the current value, and pictures. And then we will take this information, verify it, and then we will submit this information to an agent in the appropriate area. Here's one I believe Joy's doing. So in the purchase sale agreement, we got the name, the investor. Remember, you are listing the home for the investor. You can scroll down. All of this stuff, this is all the stuff that they're submitting that we are giving you access to. All right, so that's the way that works. Go ahead and get out of these things. All right, so when they submit the information, they're doing a pretty good job submitting it. Again, if the home doesn't have a purchase price more than $150,000, we decline them. Or if they will pay you half of their proceeds, and you can make, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 off of home, we will go ahead and take it and give it to you. Any questions about that? Any questions about sell your home?
No.
Cool. Got a question? All right. And then we are going to go into the agents. So here, when an agent wants to know how to submit an offer, they can come in here and they can hit this tab. And again, what's it going to do? It's going to give them the video, how it works. why they should do it, some testimonials. Okay, frequently asked questions. They can even contact us. Yeah, and here, get live help from our live human support team, not AI. Got some reviews. And again, if they are looking for a buyer looking for an agent, they fill this thing out and we pass them on to you guys. Right, and then we're going to submit a list. So when you want to submit a listing, you must be logged in. And you can see it populated my information. You got your buyer's premium option down here. You got your property name, the address, documents. So we have made this thing. It's almost it's automated. Before it goes live, Michelle reviews it and makes sure that all the information's right. Make sure you didn't miss anything, and then blammo, it gets put onto the site. Much easier process, and we don't leave anything out anymore. All right.
And actually, there was one
you.
question, Robert. Kenneth is
Yes.
asking for if somebody wanted to submit their property, because he has this opportunity on his website. Are they able to notify you or us that that property is coming to us from him?
What's the question?
So he's going to give.
Can I explain it, Michelle?
Yes, you may, Kenneth.
Yes, Robert, I've got links on my website that go directly to the Easy platform. And you were just explaining a seller can come into their review the seller video, and then go down and put their home information that they want to sell directly on the site. My question is, what determines or how does Easy know? Because you ended the conversation by saying, then you will send that information out to an agent in the respective area.
So how do they know it's you, Kenneth? Specifically?
Yes.
So
How does
Kat,
it know it came from my website or from me?
that's probably going to take some programming. Is Kat on?
So there's two options. So in certain areas of the site where it's more informational, so our website is built to handle cold traffic or traffic that's coming from Easy marketing channels where somebody might be exploring Easy platform. There are some seller intake areas where we do say, are you already working with an agent? And then there's a field for them to input the agent's name. If you want to be able to tell what traffic was on your website or came from your marketing, you should either be doing the capture on your own website, or you could use tracking links when you outbound a link to Easy platform, but that would only tell you that somebody on your website clicked out to us. So either they can volunteer the information to us depending on what they're filling out. You know, some of these forms are only name and email. You know, we're not going to have a seller capture field in every location that asks 10 questions. So really the best answer there is that there are some areas where they do have a field to tell us if they already have an agent and what that agent's name is. But if you want to own your information, you should be doing the capture on your page.
I do know, Kenneth, and everybody else, I do know one of my things that I've talked about, I don't think I've talked to Kat about it. One of the things I'd like to incorporate is that on your bio page, that you guys could send somebody there, they can fill out that link. So we get a copy of it, we know it came from your bio. So I know that's in the future.
In essence, there's no way if I put the buyer information link and the seller information link on my website and a seller clicks on that, likes what he reads, and puts their information in the website, there's no way for right now as present, there's no way for Easy to know that that seller came from me.
Since that's a general page, it's a page on Easy that's built to be for general information that any seller would be accessing. You know, we don't want to lose captures by asking them too many questions. At that first point of submission, we wouldn't be capturing that information. As far as further information, If we're calling the seller and doing our own nurture and they say something like, this is how I heard about you guys, there might be indirect ways that we find out that they came from you. But the best thing, you want to use information that speaks broadly, you should be replicating that information on your website and put the capture field on your website. That way you're the first person that they're going to speak to.
And I think you've given us something to work on, Ken.
Yeah, the only thing, Kat, that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give people, everybody knows that nobody wants to talk to an agent, right? That's a known thing in the industry before they get information. I'm trying to give them something and as much easy information that they can understand the platform. Then they talk to me. But
I mean, I guess at scale, one solution would be the agent directory page. But as far as if you're trying to send them to basically a duplicate, are you basically saying you want us to create a landing page that's customized to you? It says all the same information as a specific page, but it's whatever specific URL, and we just know that anyone that fills that out, it came from you. I mean, that would be a new that would be a new product that we'd have to roll out, plan, and implement, and make sure you guys all knew how to set one up.
I'm kind of like asking if I can create the landing page, just like you said, it would be a landing page on my site where a person clicks the link. It gets
Well,
all
what
the
I'm
easy
suggesting is
information.
on our page. So it would live on Easy Real Estate Platform. It'd be Easy Real Estate Platform / whatever unique identifier. And you would use that URL. That would be what people would click on your website to go outbound to land on our website. But that page is any form that's filled out, even if we're not wasting the time to ask, how did you hear about us? We know that anybody that lands on that page and fills out the form on that page, you'd be the only source of traffic, because we would make it no crawlable by search engines, and we wouldn't share that unique identifier for any other agent to use. So, I mean, that's something we could start doing.
So
Okay,
I think
yeah.
I've got a way to do it, Kenneth, and I'll talk to Kat and Zishan after this. So thank you for bringing it up, Kat. Good
Appreciate
answer,
that.
and we'll see if we can get this thing worked out.
Sounds good
All
to
right.
me.
All right, I'm going to head back into.
I want to say something really quick. I've been afraid to show people the website because they might go hook up with another broker on the site. So is there a way that we can have a landing page on the site from our picture?
All right, that's what Kenneth's talking about.
That's what
And
I'm thinking. That's a great idea.
I'm going to work on it after.
Even though I don't have a website, I own a domain name, but I don't have a website. So
Yeah, well, we can set one up through with an extension for all the bios. So I think I've got a way to do it, and I'll talk to them and see how we implement it.
sounds great.
So,
Thank you.
All right, so now we're going to go into submit. So if everybody remembers, if we give you a lead, we collect 25% from you. If you give us a lead, we pay you 25% on the company money, on the investor, the 3%, plus you get the 3.5% commission on top of it. So if you want to submit a dialing for dollar home or driving by a boarded up house, if you want to submit that home, you would go under the agents and submit an REI form. And that form is going to go straight to Adam, and he will do a workup on it. It'll take him probably 3 days to get back with you, 72 hours. We are getting so many leads. He's having a hard time staying up with it and building a team. So if you want to submit a listing for us to purchase, or for us to do an ovation, or for us to do whatever, that's where you do is through the submit an REI form. You must be logged in to do that as well. So you got submit a listing. That's for a home that's going to go live on the site. So if you have an investor, or even if you're an investor and you want to list a home, you've got a way to do that so that we have all the information for you. And then if you are driving by a home and you want to give us a chance to purchase it, or you talk to a seller, an investor, and want to sell the site, those are the 3 areas that you would submit those listings. Okay, so you got 3 distinct areas. Inside the notes, we'll be getting more specific on each of those three. So any questions about that? Beautiful.
Slides.
Is that wholesale or hotel under the detailed disposition?
Let's get into the hotel and all that. I've got whoever that is, Michelle, grab and I'll send out the REI disposition training we did. All right, let me put in topic Thursday. All right, slides are in. The about. Everybody, this is where you can access. Everybody by now should know Enterprise Solution is. It's a way if you want to build a team that you can make 10% residual on the company money by purchasing an enterprise seat. You got press and media is just what it is, a contact us. How many of you knew that we had a reviews tab down here? And how many of you have gone into the reviews tab? This is a great place because it's crossed over. And I want to talk about this couple specifically right here. This was a home in West Seattle. He was an investor, though his wife was a real estate agent at one time. They got out of the business. They had gone through agent after agent after agent after agent after agent. And then all of a sudden they found us and we went ahead and put their home on the price. But they were so resistant and hesitant to use the platform. So I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. And you guys should all know this stuff and where to access it now. It's no secret dealing with many real estate agents can be challenging when it comes to a straightforward discussion and plain honesty. Boy, isn't that the truth, right? That's what all of our sellers think. We're not honest and we don't do enough to make money. It was a pleasant surprise meeting Mona and Robert and having the quick realization that they were a team that could be trusted and believed. Facts and figures were presented clearly in a way that allowed us to make confident decisions without having to figure out what was being left out or manipulated. When they told us they had created the easy platform, that we wouldn't have to pay any commissions, to our surprise, not only did the buyer pay the commissions, but the house exceeded a far greater than my wife and I thought. As a matter of fact, we took a 6-month vacation to Ireland with that extra money. These are real people that sold real homes on the site. Mona and I even purchased a home in North Ridgeville that was on the site to fix and flip. So not only have we listed homes on it, but we've actually purchased homes on it as well. That's the beautiful thing. These are all real people. They're not AI people. Caitlin Krieger, she's now a mother and got out of the real estate business. They sold, her fiance and her sold a home in Washington. And once they saw how it worked and what they saw it did for them, how much more money they made, she became a real estate agent. And I think her first month, she went out and got 5 listings and closed all of them in double-sided, 3 or 4 of them down here. So Christian Park was actually her fiance. And this one here, they saw the message. So this is always a good place to
Robert?
come to.
Is there a
Yes.
way that you can make that so you can add video testimonials as well?
Yeah, we have this. We'll get into that, Brett. We have video testimonials all over the place too.
I just wanted in the remarks like that. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we can add that. Shouldn't be a problem on there. So that's all that's in the platform site. Gee, many Christmas. We have a lot of stuff to go through on the agent site. So I think I'm going to push that off to next week on here. But you can see if they scroll down here that we've got plenty of video testimonials. We've got some more wins, case studies, and sell your home, view listings. You can come down here. We can go through the blog. I mean, all of this stuff that is relevant to today's market, to a seller's market, to buyer's premium, all of this stuff is here on the blogs. How many people have used the blog to talk about what the Easy platform did? Everybody knows Quinn, right? $675 to $781, and that does not include the buyer's premium, Frank. And yeah, you go through the results, the flexible options. Then there's a video that helps with it. Example of net sheets, why sellers choose. All of this stuff is available for you guys. And you know the scary thing is that last night people, they don't stay in tune with the site. Every week we are putting more content. What's that?
Robert, I was going to ask you, can you share the blogs on your Facebook page?
Sure.
It will download the blog to sell? Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, everything is in our Facebook page too, but I would highly recommend you guys come and just get familiar with the site. There's just so much. Should you sell a rental property in the winter? Pros and cons. I mean, a lot of us live in winter climates, right? There's answers to just about everything for you, for your sellers, and for buyers.
I mean, I think Bonnie just touched on it. If you're looking for content, or if you're thinking, hey, how do I start posting on Facebook? How do I start posting on social media about easy? I mean, obviously, here's a ton of resources if you can't think of a topic, come here and you can either post the topic directly or again, do your take on it.
Yeah, I've used Keeping Matters Current, and I post a lot of their stuff on my Facebook, YouTube, and stuff. That's why I was just wondering if you were able to do that with these too. And also, I was going to ask Robert. They were asking about on your website. Can you use Zapier or API to link your stuff onto your website? With that, would it work? Yeah, are you familiar with that?
So we use Zapier already. If that's in relation, if you mean for like tracking and being able to notify different agents, the reason we wouldn't want to just zap stuff like that is we'd still need to make sure, we'd still have to know what traffic was landing on a given page. And our best solution there, I think, is to either constrain by giving everyone a unique landing page, and or creating outbound, like a capture on each person's agent bio page. Again, the second doesn't really solve Kenneth's problem of, not everybody wants to raise their hand to speak with an agent right away. They'd rather hand over their company to like a vague 1-800 company. People are different. So, but we do already use Zapier. But I think the landing pages and the bio improvements are the way to go for that problem.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
I think we're going to work on that too. But redefining real estate, these are all the things you can download in the media. Why easy? What's in the media kit? Overview of the real estate platform. Learn how we're redefining the way homes, like success stories, platform impact, media resource, logos, photos, and brand guidelines. All this stuff is here for you guys. It's just so much information available for you. If you want to use our colors or branding colors, all this stuff is here for you.
And shout out to Kat and Zishan for really making this thing stellar.
You guys, if you understood how much time they are working on this stuff. We found a couple things that we want to add on. That's, again, the community making us better. Love it. And, we want to own the listings. We want to be the listing company and also the buyer company down the road. And all the feedback that we get from you guys, we'll get it implemented. We'll get it going. The training hub, when we go through that next week, I think you're going to be shocked at the content, the crossover places. I tried doing the organization in the back room on the trainings myself, and boy, did I screw that up. I thought I was making it real easy. It took me 6 months and launched it, and it made me sick. I couldn't even find the stuff that I wanted to find. Then Kat and Zishan came and organized it, crossed it over, and you can find more information than you know what to do with, how to make your property sing, how to learn how to do Facebook advertising, how to build a Facebook page, how to create a YouTube channel, how to become a Canva expert. All of these trainings are in the back room and we'll get into next week. Because Canva is amazing if you know how to work it. And we've got so much content in there that's all plug and play. That means you can take it, edit it, put your content into it. It shouldn't take you any longer than 3 minutes to do an ad and post it on Facebook. It should be that quick. So, anyways, Melvin, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was on. Is it okay if I talk about last night's call?
Go ahead.
All right. So, for all of you who don't know, Melvin's been with us for a long, long time. Melvin and his team have sold, I don't know, 50 homes on the site. I'm going to guess and say. I'm going to say they've double-sided half of them at least. He's in the Los Angeles area. And so he had me on a meeting last night with his agents and explaining about the new things that the Easy Real Estate platform does. And a couple of things that I thought interesting is that Mel, maybe you can explain this because we have a lot of people that are interested in recruiting people. Do you guys have a process where you're taking their listings, sending them in, and submitting them to Michelle? Or was Michael confused?
He was confused. I have a lot of agents, probably about 30 that have signed up for Easy. This is before we had the settlement in August. And so for our company, we cannot say zero commission to sellers. But we don't sell that. What we sell is the fact that we can get the home sold faster than what's going on in the market right now. And so it caused a lot of the agents not to really engage. But after I got a video from Robert showing what other states are doing, they're not even selling it with the zero commission. They're selling the fact that it's transparent and the fact that you can possibly have the property sold with one big open house. And so that's what motivated us. So we back working the process again.
That's good. I thought Michael might have been a little confused, but
Yeah,
he's got agents that need to come back through the training.
Michael, he's been certified, but he had not put a deal in. He got a listing that was on the market for I think about 4 months, 5 months, and I told him, you don't want to do that again. And I don't want to go and list the property and just have it sit there for another 4 or 5 months. So I said, we should do the platform. And so this is his first transaction. And I thought he was in contact with Michelle, found out he wasn't. But he's already listed the property. He already have an open house scheduled for this weekend. So we have to go and rush and do what we need to do to get it on the platform.
Yeah. Raymond, he was the gentleman that did the open house the last weekend. And, he ended up telling us last. So he had 62 actual customers plus another 30 agents on top of it. So at his open house, he really had 92 people. And if you recall, you guys, he did a 2-hour for the neighbors. And he thinks he's got 3 listing appointments coming out of that. And then open house. O'Neill?
I was at Raymond's open house. Now, Raymond also, he's now a believer because he lost 3 listings, all of them around $1 million. Just property sitting on the market. The seller didn't want to lower the price and they fired him. And he became the reason why they couldn't sell the property, even though it was the price. So he finally wanted to, I guess, try out Easy, that is. And he was successful. He's now really excited, now on board with it. And so he said every property he lists now is going to go through the Easy platform. That's all I'm trying to get all of them to see.
Can I share mine, Melvin? The one that my potential, this is Ken.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah, I have a potential sale. It's actually possibly it's been on the market already, but they were not able to sell us in Lake Elsinore. And on that property, it's in default, as well as it has a solar panel default as well. And what I'm trying to determine if it's worth putting on the platform or just doing it as a short sale, if we could do that, because I haven't placed anything on the platform either. But see how to work that in favor of the seller, but and make sure, because he's trying to possibly cash out, and I don't see where there's room enough to get any cash out. That's why I may have to go a short sale. What is your suggestion on that situation and putting on the platform?
The beautiful thing about the putting it on the platform, doing a short sale, when you submit it to, when you get an offer and you submit it into it, you can actually send a link to the servicing provider at the bank
Mm-hmm.
that's going to take a look at that short sale and approve it or not. And he can go take a look and see the action because it's 100% transparent. So it makes them recognize the time we better take this thing before this thing slides and lose more money on it. So what you want to do is host it on there. And when you submit the offer, submit the link to your property, let them go in and maybe even come up with paraphernalia that we've talked about and send that to them of why they should take this offer.
Got it. Thank you.
This is why you guys, we have gone through processes. Make sure when you're doing these things, go back and revisit the videos. Stuff that we talk about, it's not just us that implement it, it's agents that are closing deals. And I do believe, like I said out of the gate, that interest rates dropped a point in a month, down to 6.25, according to Dave Elkins, 6.23 this morning. They're anticipating another drop before the end of the year, and they're anticipating it being in the mid fives. And next year, they're talking about getting it into the low fives and possibly the fours. As those interest rates come down, we're going to start sliding back into a seller's market. If you're not working on getting listings, we have marketing materials, we have Facebook ads, we got more content than we know. You can even just farm a neighborhood. We got letters. We've got for sale by owners. Every single way that you want to sell and market out there. The 30-day listing challenge. None of you are doing it. Do you know how I know that? Because if you were, you'd have 5 listings a month on the site. So I am telling you, if you want to make a small fortune here, I'd start getting listings now, knowing hopefully we're going to be sliding back into that seller's market. But in the meantime, why not have stuff go into contract? Raymond, gentleman that, I took your site, he's already got an offer on his home. 700, and I think it was up like by $20,000 in this garbage of a market that we're in right now. The processes work. And the sellers, you know what? They have 2 choices. You want to start up high and bring the price down? Or do you want to start down low and take the price up? And that's got to be a part of your conversation in today's market. When we slide into a seller's market, watch how many listings. The transparency is unfreaking believable. Stuff, I say, when you've got 6, 7 buyers fighting this, duking this thing out, and it comes down to the last one, you want to have fun again? I know I've said this 1,000 times. Go sit with your sellers the last 20 minutes when you know you have a hot property. And watch their face when all of a sudden, bang. Van Schirik has watched a couple of them. I've watched several of them. Michelle's watched several of them. Brett's watched several of them. It is a blast with the sellers making that much more money just simply because of the transparency. And there's also Quinn Greenlee had a couple, believe it or not, their testimonial, their case study is on the site. This is the one that started out at 631 and went to 751, whatever it was. This was a lady that went to the thing. She sat and watched this home. She had a budget that was $10,000 less than what they were willing to offer. And when they got that excited into the bidding event, they kicked in. It's like, in this video, I am not going to lose this house over $20,000. She went to 751, which was $10, 10,000. On top of that, she had to pay the commissions. And here's the beauty of it. Quinn was the listing agent and the buying agent. He got a testimonial from that seller, and she said, I was not going to lose this house over $10,000. You think that might be important for your sellers to see something like that? And it's plastered everywhere, you guys. If you're not utilizing the tools, you're making your life a lot harder. These are real sellers. Every seller that you go and see, these are real sellers, just like the seller you're going to see. We are the only ones that are transparent. There's nobody else telling what the offers are. We're the only ones that are utilizing a buyer's premium, that we can utilize it to help buyers pay down interest rates, maybe some closing costs. You're the only ones that have access to this. And these are the things that you got to start talking to people about. This company is prolific. I'm not smart enough to put all this stuff together. We have a great, good God that put this together for all of us. And I don't take it for granted. My staff is just, we're servants to you guys. But we have been given this gift that we need to start using. We are in a goofy economy time right now. What would 5 listings a month do for you? And I am telling you, there is no reason for any of us not to be putting 5 listings, especially in this market. We have so much to offer sellers right now because homes aren't selling. They had it priced too high and they were riding the price down. What do? They go ahead and cancel their listing. I'm going to call those cancel listings. Hey, I got a way to get buyers into the home and I got a way to get offers in the home. Let's find out what the real market value is of this home. Give me 20 minutes. How many agents can call canceled listings and actually get a listing appointment? Because they were sold the wrong price, that they were sold the wrong thing, or they were pig-headed and feel like that they are the real estate pro. But when you walk in and you explain the economy, you back it up with RPR, you do reverse prospect, you do all these things. Raymond's open house, that video was freaking unbelievable. But you know what? We have pictures. That's Brett, Michelle, and I, and that's the way we do our open houses. A big tent. We got a check-in table. We got agents spread out through the house on there. And then I'm back where we have a flow, entrance, and an exit. Why does that matter to you? Be at the exit, get and have your preferred lender there. Get people pre-qualified. Why did we do the 2 hours for neighbors only? So that we walk out with listening. What did it cost you to do 2 hours of your time? And you come out with a couple listing appointments. Melvin, it's true that Raymond's got 3 listing appointments, right?
Yes.
So
It was an amazing open, and that is the only marketing that he did was that one open house. And so now he has people calling. However, did one mega open house, had about 90 people all together there. I was there to help him because you're going to need a team whenever you put these mega open houses. You put those events on. And so, yes, he has several appointments.
2 things we should never hear. I didn't know, or I was overwhelmed. All of these tools are on the website so that you don't get overwhelmed. All of the training that we do so you don't get overwhelmed. But people, once they disappear, they forget. And we're in this crazy buyer's market, and we've got agents that are succeeding big time for their sellers. So anyway, so I'm going to end it on that. I appreciate everybody. So Topic Thursday next week, we'll be taking a deeper dive into the agent site. I went through everything today on the agent site, and I am blown away at Kat and her team, what they've done to that site. It's beautiful, all the information, the crossover, how organized it is, and it's just very, very, very impressive. And so anyways, you guys, I hope this helped you a little bit today. The video will be
Hey,
on.
Robert.
Yeah.
I'll upload the video to YouTube and the blog and socials. Clara, in the chat, I'm going to link a video to Michael Graham's solar panel story, but can you give a quick summary on, if there's a solar panel loan still in play and it's causing buyer hesitation, what's the game plan? And my 411 is the strength. What Michael Graham did, once he saw that he could use a buyer's premium to get creative and take away that big scary object of the solar panel loan, he was able to go and talk to more buyers. And once he had one buyer raising his hand, he took it the next step, called all the other buyers, and kind of played one buyer's interest like monkey see, monkey do to get other buyers interested. And then all of a sudden, his price is going up and up and up. And I think his number was $75K that he ended up running it up. So don't be afraid of solar panels. Obviously, Robert probably has better advice here because he's an actual agent and I'm not.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, and Laura and Claire, I have not, while we're on here, did you guys get in touch with Matthew?
No.
I've got calls in him. I tried calling his partner. So anyway, I'll catch up with you guys this afternoon.
Okay, thank you.
So
Thank
see if we can
you.
get that thing wrapped up. You bet. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Happy selling. Go out and get some listings. It's time. And we'll see you on Monday, if not sooner.
Hey, Ken. Well, he's gone.
Me, Ken, or the other Ken?
Ken O'Neill. I'm gonna give you a call.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Robert.
Hi, Chair.
Hey, Robert, did I get on just in time to say goodbye, or are you just starting?
No, we an hour late. We start at 1 o'clock Eastern time,
okay.
10 o'clock Pacific. Did you get that listing yesterday?
I did get it, but I'm going to have to do some staging and cleaning up before I put it out there. So
the phone call worked, right?
Yes. So I need to, but I haven't actually done the listing yet. I got it.
I'll help you. I'm going to help you with the first couple.
I'm certainly going to be leaning on you.
Yep. You got my number. If I don't answer the phone, I'm doing trainings, or I will promise. I promise I'll get right back with you.
Okay, no problem. So,
right. Wonderful
I got
day.
a meeting tomorrow though to make my final presentation and get documents signed.
Okay.
So, and then I need to, my big thing is pricing, Robert.
I'll help you with that.
Yeah, because I'm not sure how to price it and make sure she gets what she wants, I'm thinking, well, if I price it this way, it could be too low. If I do this, it's too high and we don't get the, attraction.
Give me a call. I've got people I've got to get return phone calls to. Give me a call, New Chair, and I'll help you through that process. I'll help you with the addendum and filling that out. We'll get
All
you
right,
help.
very good.
All right.
Thanks so much for tuning into Easy Real Estate Platform's Topic Thursdays. We hope to see you again next week, and make sure you check out our Facebook groups. The links are in the description.